Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Welcome to my YouTube channel Trending Pinas TV. Ngayon bigyan natin ng reaction ng isa sa astrology sa ating bansa tungkol sa mga zodiac sign ngayong 2026. At kung matapos mo ang video na ito, huwag kalimutan mag-like at komento tungkol sa mga zodiac sign na ito ngayong taon. Ngayon hindi na natin patagalin pa, ito na ang mga kahulugan sa zodiac ngayong taon.
Good morning, Christian and Victoria. Thank you for having me.
Ang pretty-pretty naman ni Ma'am. Good morning, Ma'am. Thank you for...
Woke up like this, Ma'am.
Woke up like this, Ma'am. Okay. So, Ma'am,
Maaga.
una
Happy
sa lahat-
Sunday.
Opo,
Happy Sunday po.
Happy Sunday. Una sa lahat, Ma'am, ano ba yung cosmic weather report? Ano bang difference ito doon sa mga, yung usual na, yung Year of the Dragon, yung mga ganyan na forecast naman po?
Okay, this is more Western astrology. So, yung mga Year of the Dragon, that's Chinese astrology. So, iba-iba yan, depende sa region. So, what we practice would be, ito yung mga Aries, Leo, mga ganyan, Taurus. So, it's very different from that. And I think may similarities rin naman, but this is more Western astrology.
I see, I see. So, Ma'am, ano ba
Yes.
yung mga notable na kailangang abangan for 2026 ng mga iba-ibang, tama ba, cosmic signs ba ang tawag doon?
Zodiac signs.
Zodiac
Yes.
signs,
Well, do we run through each or general
Sige, Ma'am,
muna
please.
tayo?
Opo, pwede. If you want general po muna, Ma'am, sige.
Okay, so I guess 2025, ang dami nating mga naramdaman, no? Big shifts, big changes, surprises, mga ganyan. Pero sa totoo, 2025 was like a teaser of what 2026 will be. So it's more like parang ano siya, patikim kung ano talaga yung mga energies that will settle in for the longer term. And siguro, right off the bat, the two luckiest signs for the year will be the Cancers for the first half, and then the second half, meaning July onwards, the Leos naman will be highlighted. So usually fire signs, pero yung mga Leo, if you know, people who are the Leo signs, nagkakaroon sila ng highlight, ng expansions for the second half. So yeah, basically itong dalawang signs na to. And then we wanna run through the whole.
Sige, Ma'am, please. Opo, I'm sure super interested yung mga nakikinig po sa atin.
Sige, alright. So, unahin natin by saying that this is best looked at for the rising sign. So, kung may mga listeners tayo na alam nila yung birth time nila, this can actually be more specific. But then, secondary would be the sun sign. So, ito yung normal Aries, Leo, Taurus. So, unahin natin with the Arieses. So, para sa mga Aries na nakikinig sa atin, ang first half ng 2026 would be swerte yan sa pamilya, home, family. Yung iba, magkakaroon sila ng expansions of lot, mga properties na mabibenta. Yung iba, mga nganak, magkakaroon ng mga expansion sa bahay. So, these are going to be highlighted. Second half ng Aries would be highlight sa pag-ibig to. So, love, romance, swerte yung mga Aries dyan sa second half of the year. There is going to be an expansion of creativity also. Yung restrictions naman sa pangangatawan, may tendency yung mga Aries na nanghihina sa first half of 2026, most especially around Feb. Yung health natin, nare-realize natin yung mga kailangan natin asikasuhin. Kung matagal ka na hindi nag-health check, maganda magpa-check up para makita yung mga maliliit na pwedeng i-adjust. May mga realizations tayo about health for Aries. So first half of the year, maganda magpa-check up para mai-set yung tone dun sa susunod na taon. So health is going to be very important. That's mga Aries naman. So let's go to Taurus.
Sige
Mga
That's
Taurus.
me.
Do you have questions
Oh,
here?
that's
I'll just
you.
continue. Oh, so Taurus. So if you are Taurus naman, the first half would be meron tayong a lot of luck in mga media, conversations, communications, writing. So kung meron kang mga projects that you have to do in terms of writing, the mind, napakaganda niyan for the first half. May tendency tayo to have certifications, accreditations, nag-aaral. So these are themes that can be very highlighted for the first half. The second half naman for Tauruses, swerte yan sa bahay. So there is a tendency to have good harmony in the home, family, maganda magbenta ng lupa second half of the year, or bumili ng properties, mag-renovate, mga ganyan. So these are healthy things that you can focus on for the second half. Yung restrictions naman natin na babantayan, sa Tauruses, meron mga it's the 12th house in astrology. This is all about parang psychological processes. Ano ba yung mga gusto kong pakawalan? Ano ba yung mga bagay na hindi na nag-work para sa akin? Mga bagay that I need to walk away from. May mga pag-aagam-agam na ganyan ng mga Taurus. So nagre-reflect sila. Ano ba yung mga friendships na hindi na useful, or yung mga friends na frenemy na ganyan, or mga negosyo na gusto ko na isara. So may mga ganitong themes for 2026 for Tauruses.
Opo.
Kung
Ma'am,
saan may mga bagay. Yes?
Apo, may tanong ako sa Tauruses. Kamusta ang love
Yes,
life
please.
ng Tauruses?
Ito naman.
So, okay naman siguro ang love life, hindi lang siya super highlighted pa. Pero ang maganda kasi sa first half, maganda yung communication. So kung meron kang gustong ipahiwatig ng pag-ibig mo ba, parang it's received well sa first half ng 2026.
January 1
So,
agad
hindi siya
gagawin ko yan, ma'am.
Tama.
Ipahiwatig mo
kung
na
hindi siya
agad.
hindi siya parang yung Aries to super highlighted, pero naiintindihan siya kahit comes across really, really well for Tauruses. Any other questions for Taurus?
Ano lang ma'am ha, i-note lang po natin na ang yung Tauruses ay ipinanganak from April 20 to May 20. Tama po?
Apo.
Sige ma'am,
Okay.
go ahead po.
Sige.
Gemini.
Gemini.
So,
May
Gemini, let's go
21
to Gemini.
June 20.
So, ang mga Gemini naman, maraming energies ang Gemini na parang very long-awaited for all of the signs because swerte sila sa pera. Ng first half, tutuloy-tuloy, magandang opportunities for money, opportunities for business, earning potential na pwedeng ipataas. May mga possibilities ang Gemini this year na talagang umaasenso ba. So, yung mga pinagpundara natin the past years, may harvest season, tuloy yan ang first half of 2026. Sa second half naman, makakaroon sila ng ability naman to invest in the mind. So since marami kang kinita, yung iba mag-aaral, different languages, traveling within the immediate din, para maraming within the country travel ang Geminis for the second half of the year. Something to watch out for would be yung mga kaibigan, friends, may mga cutting off, kumbaga may tendency to experience mga friends na baka hindi na ganun ka-honest, or mga friends na may katampuhan, mga bagong friends na papasok, pero kailangan i-cut off muna natin yung mga loose ends natin. So may mga ganun, may mga changes around the social networks, may realizations ang Gemini around groups, organizations, baka gusto mo na umalis sa isang group and then join a new one. So these are things na magre-good doon for Geminis for 2026.
Oo. Ma'am, kumakaway ano yung triumphant yung itsura ng isa namin kasama dito, si Jilliam. Kasi Gemini siya. Kasi so it's time for her to harvest. Pero be careful. If you need to cut ties, tama po, cut ties
Yes,
ng
mga
exact.
friends. Mag-iingat tayo kasi sabihin natin ang dami mong kinitang pera tapos pinautang mo lang tapos tinakbuhan ka. Yung mga ganun. So you want to be very cautious about the people that you trust, the people that you call friends. So yun ang konting warning natin for Geminis.
At ang isa palang notable na kilalang Gemini, ma'am, at partner si Vice President Sara Duterte, May
si
31.
VP.
Yan. So that's a good advice for her to make sure lang that she really trusts the people around her. In general, ganyan naman kailangan sa politics, but most especially more ngayong taon na to. Alright, so
Okay, ma'am.
let's
Cancer.
move on to
Tama
Cancers?
po ba? June 21
Yes,
to July
Cancer.
20.
Ang first half would be lucky in terms of the self, the body, the aesthetics. So yung mga Cancers parang gusto mag-update ng wardrobe, gusto magpapayat, yung iba magpataba, yung iba anything that you want to change in your aesthetics, maganda yan sa first half. You are highlighted, may pakiramdam na may spotlight ka ngayon. Whatever it is that you want to put out there, madali mang magnetize. So there is a tendency for you to be more confident, to really start new beginnings, start businesses. Hindi pa kailangan harvest period, pero swerte yung first half to plant seeds. Ang pera, swerte sa Cancer sa second half na. So July onwards, ang dami nating harvest period na pwedeng ma-activate dito. This is good for resources, money. There is a possibility also kung saan ma-offeran ka ng mga opportunities for earning potential. So maganda to open the arms lang and receive all of this. Ang warning naman natin sa mga Cancers would be sa career. So sometimes, nagkakaroon tayo dito ng challenges in terms of work. May mga marirealize ka na, naku, hindi na pala ako masaya dito. Gusto ko na pala magpalit ng trabaho. Or sometimes, may mga naha-highlight sa atin na hindi naman natin gustong maha-highlight para ka may spotlight kasi. So you wanna be careful lang. Kung ano yung magandang nagagawa mo, magnified talaga yan. Yun ang mga difficulties or weaknesses, na-highlight din. So gusto natin to make sure that everything that we do, maganda yung mga intentions natin para kung ano man yung ma-highlight, wala tayong magiging problema.
All right,
This is for
okay.
the Can's tendency to reflect on a lot of things. Leos are preparing sa first half into a big, big second half of the year kung saan Jupiter, the luckiest of all planets, it enters their sign. So ang nangyayari, quiet ka muna, contemplation, ano ba yung mga bagay na hindi na nag-work for me, mga ganyang themes. And then eventually, pagkatapos nun, you go into the first house kung saan you're highlighted, ikaw yung pinaka shiny, maganda ka sa picture, there's a possibility for you to actually be very noticeable sa napapansin ka ng mga boss, napapansin ka ng mga tao in general. So there's that sense for you to parang put yourself out there kasi maganda yung nagiging result. So kung ano man yung mga endeavors ng Leos, maganda yan iplano for the second half. So kunyari magbubukas ka ng negosyo, wag mo munang i-start yan ng first half, antayin mo na July onward. So sinsinin muna nating mabuti, let's prepare for this, and then a big highlight second half of the year. Yung a little bit of warning sa Leos would be if you are traveling out of the country, this would be especially potent for the first half of the year. Ingat muna tayo, baka maiwan yung passport, makalimutan ka ng airplane, mga ganyan, or makalimutan mo yung flight details mo, yung tickets mo. So you want to be very, very meticulous. Mag-iingat tayo, baka may manakawan ka abroad or meron kang maling mabili or kulang yung documents. So lalo na kung magbabiyahe, very important yan. So that's the advice for Virgos naman. The first half would be a big highlight in terms of the 11th house, meaning may highlight, may expansions tayo sa mga friends, groups, organizations, nagne-networking. There is a possibility na maraming kausap, maraming mga invitations, busy-busy ang mga Virgos sa first half. Second half of the year, meron namang doon naman nagiging quiet. So, nasobrahan na ng pagod, 12th house ang magiging highlight. So, the tendency for Virgos second half would be a little bit more contemplative. Iniisip nila kung ano ba yung mga susunod na highlights na plans na pwedeng gawin, but mas placated. Yung first half kasi parang niyayaya ka kahit saan, dami mga bagong tao, very busy ang social life. The second half, it's more behind the scenes, planning, behind the scenes, conversations, and then of course endings, cutting things na hindi na kailangan gawin. Sometimes may mga relationships na napuputol din, so that gets to be expected for the second half. Now, in terms of the warnings dito, the 8th house, which is shared resources, money, nagkakaroon tayo ng mga hardships dito. So this can be money na inherited money that you share with other people. Sometimes yung mga may asawa, yung asawa nila nagkakaproblema sa pera sa second half. So there might be a need for us to step up to hold forth first kasi yung mga partners natin nagkakaroon ng konti bang mga challenges when it comes to money. So advice dito would be to make sure to siguro kung first half marami kang socialization, hindi tayo masyado mag-splurge kasi second half baka kailanganin tayo to be able to share with the people that are dependents of. So sa Libras naman, we are going to have highlights first half sa career, trabaho, reputation. May mga swerte tayo, baka may mga ma-promote, mga ganyan. Second half would be may expansions tayo sa friends, networkings, mga kaibigan. And ang medyo may struggle tayo sa partnerships, sa relationships. So sa first half of the year for Libras, marami mga LQ, away-away, sometimes separations, realizations, gusto ko pa tong partner na to or hindi. May mga struggles tayo sa partnership. So these are things to watch out for. Let's continue for Scorpios.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead po for Scorpio.
So, Scorpios, first half natin, swerte yan sa mga learning, yung mga nag-aaral, higher education, expansions of the mind, pursuits of the mind. Swerte rin ang Scorpios, maraming opportunities to travel in the first half. The second half naman, may konting struggle tayo sa career. So, baka may makaaway na boss or may mga partners sa trabaho na overlook. So, we want to make sure na maganda yung rapport natin with the authority figures, nagkaka-struggle dyan. Yung warning natin would be the health. Scorpio's health for especially first half, medyo kailangan natin bantayan yan. There is a difficulty with health, mga situations na hindi natin napapansin, meron na palang mga kailangan bigyan ng attention. So, magpa-check up tayo first half of the year.
At notable na Scorpio ay si Sarah Diskaya pala, isang Scorpio.
Oo nga.
Hindi siya pwede mag-travel, I'm sure. Baka marami siyang lessons na matutunan first half, but yung health, so I guess may mga health anxieties na lalabas for her. So in Sagittarius naman, rising Sagittarius, the first half would be very lucky in business na nakasama yung ibang tao, shared resources, inheritances that you can have access to, mga investments, tumataas yan sa first half for Sagittarius. The second half naman, ang expansions would be opportunities for travel, learning. There is a possibility also here to have belief systems, parang spiritual renewals. Yun ang swerte sa second half for Sagittarius. And then, ang konting struggle naman would be relationships with children. Babantayan natin yung mga may anak, baka may mga friction sa mga anak, sakit ng mga anak. There is a possibility also na yung mga romantic prospects natin nagsistruggle ng konti. So, yung mga tampo-tampo, medyo prone yan, especially sa first half for Sagittarius. Now, Capricorns naman tayo. First half, Capricorn risings, Capricorns. Ang first half, swerte ito sa partnerships. So, for the first half of 2026, may mga pwedeng ma-engage, ma-in love, magkaroon ng mga partners na official na, hindi na tayo dating, tayo na talaga, mga ganon. So, 7th house, ang highlighted dyan, there are a lot of engagements that can happen for Capricorn risings, most especially. Second half naman, nagkakaroon ng swerte sa shared resources. So, joint resources, pera na namamana mo, pera na nakukuha mo sa investments. So, good for finances in the second half. Kaya lang, may konting struggle tayo sa 4th house, which is family and home. Magkakaroon ng check-up sa mga magulang, baka magkasakit. Magkaroon tayo ng mga issues sa bahay mismo, nasisira yung mga, may nasusunog, may magsuspark, may nasisirang tubo, and yung water nagpa-flood. So, you make sure lang na yung bahay mismo, mapaayos kung ano yung mga preventable na pwedeng maayos. So,
Aquarius, ma'am. January 20 to February 18.
Si Senator Bato ay isang Aquarius.
Okay. So, first half sa mga Aquarius, swerte yan sa trabaho. There is a good chunk of work that can be very productive. Marami kang matatapos, yung mga katrabaho mo nagiging cooperative. There is a possibility to focus on health situations also sa first half. Swerte yan sa Aquarius. Second half, swerte naman sa relationships. So, may engagements, may partnerships, meron tayong mga ikakasal, may engage, makikita natin yan very strongly sa second half ng mga Aquarius. Gumaganda yung mga samahan, lalo na yung mga pirmahan ng kontrata, partnerships in general. Kung may mga kaso rin kayo, yung mga Aquarius, nagkakaroon ng favorable results in general. General lang naman to sa second half of 2026. The warnings that we have would be the third house, which is mga kapatid, tampuhan sa kamag-anak, especially mga tito, tita, mga kapatid. There are going to be difficulties when it comes to that. Difficulties din sa mga sasakyan. So, mga short-term travel, make sure na okay yung mga ipa-check up, yung mga ipa-tune up, mga sasakyan. That would be very important kasi medyo may aberya tayo dito for Aquariuses. And Pisces naman, ang first half ng 2026, swerte tayo sa creativity, marami mga naiisip na ideas that can be creative arts, crafts, mga performance, yung mga singers, mga musicians, maraming lumalabas na ideas dito. Pero swerte rin sa love, ang Pisces. So, nakakaroon tayo ng magnetism, you're very, very good with parang making an impression na nagiging crush ka ng mga tao sa paligid mo. Maganda yung romantic energy. This is also a good time to conceive for those who are trying to have kids. Yung first half ng taon, may swerte tayo when it comes to that. Kung hindi natin gusto magkaanak, then take care na lang kasi there is heightened fertility for Pisces in general. Now, the second half would be luck in terms of the work. So, meron tayong expansions ng trabaho, opportunities for work. There is a possibility here to have good health also, good vitality. So, marami tayong mga matatapos in terms of work. Now, yung warnings for Pisces would be the second house of money, maggastos. There is a possibility to have a lot of expenses for next year. Hindi naman kailangan nawawala ng pera completely, pero maraming unnecessary expenses. So, you want to take care lang because there is a possibility that you spend a little bit more than necessary. So, be cautious when it comes to finances. That's the good warning here.